Yes.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. I'd like to call Thursday's January 5th board meeting to order. Lucy, will you call the order,
Okay.
please?
Supervisor Pombe,
Here.
Township Manager Marciniak Neck.
Here.
Trustee Bowman,
Here.
Trustee Sights is absent. Is
Yes.
he gonna Zoom?
No, he cannot.
Okay. All right, you for DK.
Here.
And Trustee Wilhite?
Here.
Okay, Assessor Her? Here. Director Dillon? Marks? Superintendent DePaul?
Okay. And Clerk Proudy, present.
Present. I
Okay.
hate that when they say, I'm here, I'm here.
Okay, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Seeing we have no one in the audience except for department heads, we will move forward. We'll stop from public comments and move forward to the approval of board meeting minutes of December 8th, 2022. Can we have a motion?
I need to make a correction there.
Oh, yeah, that's
I was
right.
absent last month, and I don't think it's on there.
Oh, on the minutes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, we don't usually call the clerk's attendance, so we can add that. Sure.
And in the cow meeting, I was at the last 5 minutes, so I don't know what that,
That doesn't count.
yeah, it does.
I think the meeting adjourned by then.
No, it didn't.
There was 3 minutes.
Absent. We want to add, Lucy, Clerk Proudy was absent. And did we get that other one corrected about the,
Yeah, it was because they made the motion with
What's the
that
ruling on
correction, and then they all voted 5-0.
What's really what?
On the
This is
cow
correct?
meeting that I attended.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
Is that a,
they changed it 4-1,
I'm not you asking.
and then
What?
they voted for the minutes, which is the
You were
5-0.
there.
Oh, I get
Yeah,
you.
yeah, right, yeah, it took me a while.
So you were there, I mean, but.
Correct, that's what I
It's
think.
like 10 seconds.
You were there 3 minutes before it adjourned. We adjourned at 9:23, you got there at 9:20.
besides that's committee, we're still on, excuse me, we're still on board meeting minutes. So we have,
Yes,
need a
dear.
motion, we had a motion and a second on board meeting
Nope.
minutes? Okay, can we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, with corrections, motion to accept or approve with correction.
Mhm.
Okay, any other changes? I can't see you. Anybody? Okay, please call the roll.
Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
Trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
Trustee U4DK,
Yes.
and Supervisor Pombe.
Yes. Okay, now, can we have a motion to accept the committee meeting minutes from the Communication Committee on December 6th and the Health and Wellness on December 9th?
Motion. Second.
Any questions on those? Can we work on getting the community center
Yes.
committee minutes ready for the next meeting? Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. All right, so we have a motion and a second. Can we call the roll, please?
Trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
Trustee U4DK,
Yes.
Trustee Bowman,
Yes.
and Supervisor Pombe.
Yes. Okay, next is the approval of the board audit from December 6th, 2022 to December 30th, 2022. Lucy, will you call
Okay.
the board audit, please? Or
Jen.
read it, please. Thank you.
General Town Fund, $32,190,159. General Assistance, $1,477.63. All right. General Road, $8,554.14. Perm Road, $32,974.44. Park Maintenance, $4,190.38. Cemetery Maintenance, $14.50. Payroll, $156,187.76. Total of all funds, $235,590.44.
Okay, thank you. Can we have a motion to approve the board audit as read by Clerk Proudy?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? None?
Nope.
Okay, great.
Good.
Lucy, will you call the roll, please?
Okay, trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
trustee Bowman,
Yes.
supervisor Pombrat,
Yes?
and trustee Ufordike.
Yes.
Okay, next is monthly updates from elected officials, township manager, and department heads. Just to note that we're still looking for a part-time bus driver and possibly a cemetery manager. The bus driver is out, still posted, but we have not posted for a manager yet, so we're still working on that. Secondly, I want to congratulate the Wheeler, the Miller, and the Fitzgibbons family for winning the light contest that Ela Township had in December. Thanks to everybody who drove around the bus and voted on all the houses. I think we had 22, something like that, 21, 22, somewhere right around there to vote on. And a couple hours were spent, and I guess everybody had a good time. And then, of course, the following week, we went out and delivered prizes. So thank you to the committee for doing that, and also to Every Sports, and especially Home Depot for donating the prizes. So it was a fun time, and, yeah, it was a fun time.
Okay, that was Miller, McKibbins, and
Fitzgibbons, I'll give you the names.
Fitzgibbons,
And
okay.
Wheeler.
Wheeler. Okay.
What
Okay?
towns were they from?
Oh, you had to ask. Miller was in
Hawthorne
Dillon
Woods.
Park. Wheeler was in Hawthorne Woods, and Fitzgibbons was in Mundelein.
Nice.
So they were spread out all over. Boy, that was a trick question. You had me guessing there.
Sorry,
but
no,
didn't.
when I saw it on that thing, I was just wondering where they were.
Yeah.
The original entries, the 22 or whatever, all over the entire township. We covered every.
Yeah,
Awesome.
because the one was way up north. I mean, they just made it into the township.
Yeah,
And they also won in the Daily Herald as well as a prize. So they were in the newspaper.
Okay.
So yeah, it was fun
Excellent.
visiting everybody, and
Who was the donation between Home Depot and,
MVP Sports. Okay, and that's all I have, so we'll move on to,
yes, I hope you didn't give them Christmas decorations for a prize.
we did. Well, all of them were except for the one from MVP Sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we'll move on to trustee Bowman, any report? Trustee Wilhoit, any report?
Just Happy New Year and congratulations to Sarah for the nice note from the police chief of caregiver. And that's it.
Okay,
Is your thing on?
microphone?
Oh, now it is.
Okay, good girl.
Sorry.
Clerk Proudy, any report?
No, just, sorry I missed the meeting last December. Hope you all missed me too.
We
Probably-
did.
We
probably
did.
was- you
We
were,
had a
so-
martini glass where you usually sit.
I know, right. Oh, it was Tito?
Of course.
Okay.
Trustee Huferdinck, any report?
Just kidding.
No report?
Just want to say Happy New Year to everyone, and working on the minutes, like you said, and everything else I'll defer to Director Dillon.
Okay, great. So we'll go to Township Manager. Marciniak.
Cyniac.
Yeah, so
Where's Johnny?
outside of my report, I also want to wish everybody
Do
Happy
you
New
have the
Year.
microphone?
Yes.
Do you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay.
I want to thank Susan for inviting me and my wife to the Jingle Ball. It was a great time. My first experience, my wife and I got a night away from the kids, and we had to help serve people. They were all dressed up, dancing. It was a great time, so thank you for that. Although I guess I got volunteered to do the polar plunge in February or whatever that was. So. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so
Definitely.
that's great. And then,
All the newbies get
yeah,
sworn into.
Fair enough.
Yeah, drafted into that.
light
I should
hazing,
say.
it's all good. And then the AVI, the audio system that we purchased, we have them scheduled out to come out the end of February. So hopefully by the March board, we'll have the new upgraded systems. And then finally, our recycling program has been a huge hit. We're going to have our 500 pounds by the end of next week. So well before the 6 months. So we're looking at creating a second account under the community center so we can continue to recycle the plastic and get another bench for the township. So awesome work. I'm super stoked that it is doing so well. So.
And on that note, thank you to the highway department for handling all those plastic bags and plastic whatever they are, they can be recycled.
Center every other day, literally.
I know, empty boxes, it's amazing.
People
Yeah.
are just coming in the front door door and putting stuff in.
And leaving.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
So are we getting the most collection from the community center?
Oh, for sure.
Probably.
Yeah, because they're open to the
But-
public. I mean, not that we're not open to the
I
public.
don't
but they
know,
have
ours
more-
are looking pretty full.
Yeah, no, we have filled, oh gosh.
They probably fill 2 boxes
Yeah.
a day, probably, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people think it's still the post office.
Well,
so
that's, and
they-
it's not mail they're putting in there either.
Literally, they will kind of
Plastic.
automatic doors, drop stuff in and walk out.
Plastic bags.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
That's it.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
First load we took to Jewel, we needed a dump truck.
That's how many bags they had, yeah. Well, that was because it took a while to
Wow.
find
See?
somebody who would,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we finally found a
Yeah.
partner, so thank you to the Jewel on Ela Township.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Thanks to
It's
Jewel.
mostly my wine
The
bags.
Jewel Osco, yeah, on Ela.
I recycled a few of those too.
It's the holidays.
Yeah.
Did the cybersecurity, did that go through the last
So,
week?
yeah, so I have to, there's one step on our end we have to do, and then we'll be
Okay.
able to begin the.
Okay, I saw that bill go through, so I just wasn't sure.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, it's,
That should be live by the end of the week.
Outstanding. I was just
Yep.
wondering.
Yep.
I know it's been busy.
yeah, no, that's fine. Anything else for Ted? Okay, moving on. Let's see, we'll start with youth this time, because I think you went last time. Right, didn't I go down the line last time? So, well, I wasn't here, I'm sorry, I wasn't even here, so I shouldn't even say. But
You on Zoom?
I was on Zoom, that's right, I was.
Okay,
Good, and you know how to
my
send
notes
it
are
to
on my
me.
phone, so look out.
So
All right,
is-
to piggyback off of Ted, thank you actually for coming and volunteering, and everyone else that was there, and it was a great success.
That was fun.
We are officially back in the swing of things. We've been, doing budget work for the last couple of weeks, and it's insane to look at the beginning of 2022 and the end of 2022, and shit. Like, it's just amazing, it's great. We're even still now getting people back for the first time. A lot of people, like literally this week, said they wanted to wait till after the holidays, and so now they're just coming back for the first time since COVID, and
Wow,
it's
since 2020.
crazy.
That's crazy.
So, it's nice to see old faces coming back, and
Your chef was really good too. That was a good
Corey
meal.
did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
And Barb did a great, and Laura did great jobs of recruiting volunteers, even getting, we had NHS students at the end of the night. Thank goodness.
Yeah, that was so
Because
nice. I was like, what?
Always
We don't
at
have to
the
clean the
end,
tables?
You know, we've all been there since early morning and
Of
just
course.
like, oh, please don't make me take these things down. So,
Oh,
yeah. So
outstanding.
thank you again, everybody.
Beautiful
It was
night.
a fun night, and the orchestra was awesome.
Was the
Lively.
quiet room used later? The
Pardon
quiet-
me?
Was the quiet room used?
It was.
Yeah.
It was nice, and the photo booth, we had a photo booth that
Yeah,
was
that was
donated.
awesome.
Fantastic. So, and they got a copy and I got a copy, which,
Oh, that's always
yeah,
fun.
when I need a good chuckle.
Blackmail.
Yeah. So, the printer was quite slow with the newsletter this time. I know that we had it at their office by November 22nd, and it did not hit doorsteps until, well, let's see, it was just before Christmas. So,
Yeah, that's a
that
lot.
week, which is crazy.
Do they
Because
have
you're
any-
taking it.
They have a reason?
Nothing that
Okay.
was,
Okay.
That happened with our
believable.
newsletter too.
Yeah.
Just post.
Yeah, because you announced it at.
Short
No, I don't think it was the postage this.
Oh, no, it wasn't the
printer
postage.
this time.
No,
It
it wasn't.
postage,
Oh,
it was
was
mail.
not.
Ours is usually
And
postage.
I really had an
Post
issue, and
office.
they've heard it,
Okay.
because
We had the
they
best
dropped
one
off
in the
the
world.
extras
Oh,
like they
God.
do, and led us to believe that they had dropped them at the post office that same time, and they did not.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So there is a definite issue, and they've got one more chance, and that's it.
Okay.
Because we
Free
just
time,
can't,
free
we
strikes.
are, that's our entire programming.
And it delayed everybody getting in, I
Yep,
understand, yeah.
and so now it's absolutely insane, because everyone's looking like, we're in the midst of that newsletter.
Mhm.
So, anyway, moving on. We start reviews next week for all the staff, so I'm looking forward to that. And on the youth end, winter break camp is going great. Today was a flex day, possible sledding, which obviously we couldn't sled. So yesterday, he pivoted quickly, and they went down to Lincoln Park Zoo today. And they had a blast. So apparently it was empty, They were able to get a school bus from Barrington, which I was ecstatic for when I saw the snow this morning, as opposed to us driving the small buses. And they walked into the zoo, and there were zoo staff right there, just like waiting for kids to come and start talking to them.
Was it still decorated for Christmas, I wonder?
Pardon me?
I wonder if it was still
Oh, yeah,
decorated.
the zoo lights are still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they, I
Fantastic.
mean, they were gone before anything would be turned on. But yeah, a great, great day at the zoo, and our enrollment exceeded our expectations for winter break camp, and that goes right into people asking about spring break camp. So things are rolling along really well. And registration for next school year, and for summer camp, and for spring break camp go out in the next couple weeks.
Wow.
So yeah, busy boy. Other than that, everything else is going great.
When are the registrations going out?
In the next couple weeks.
Okay.
So we'll stagger them. So always we distribute
First
that
come.
to previous and current attendees, and then it goes out into the public.
Okay, any questions? Okay, thank you. As always, thank you. Okay, Highway, you'd be next.
Alrighty. On December 19th, Kevin Watt from Arnow Inc. demoed the Proteus Light sewer camera system for us. He showed us what was included in the entire system. It includes the controller, a crawler, a manual wheel with 820 feet of high tensile cable, a pan and tilt camera, and 2 additional sets of rubber tires for bigger pipes. It also includes a day of operator training provided by Arnow and a lifetime refresher training and support. What is nice about this system compared to the others that we looked at, that this system is completely interchangeable and upgradable. It is exactly what we were looking for. From December 22nd through the 24th, we had our first substantial snowstorm of the season. Even though we only had a few inches of snow, the battle was with sub-zero temperatures and high winds causing drifting. After the initial removal, I had the crew split up into 2 shifts on the 23rd and the 24th, and they were out checking for drifts for about 4 or 5 hours each shift. I met with Dan Strand from Gable Hamilton on December 28th to discuss the upcoming projects for the 2023-2024 year, including road resurfacing and stormwater projects for budgetary purposes for this year. That's all I have. Are there any questions?
Are you sharing that camera with any other villages, or it's just
That
ours?
is all ours.
And they're gonna borrow it from us?
Probably not.
Not, okay.
Never say never.
Any questions?
In reference to length, 800 feet, is that expandable up to 1,000, 1,200?
If we wanted to, yes, we could be a larger.
It does go beyond 800?
It does.
Because a lot of the normal systems are 1,000, 1,200.
Yeah, you can get them if you want to spend money. With the interchangeable system, you can upgrade your cameras, you can upgrade your crawler, you can upgrade
The wheels,
your
yeah.
you can upgrade everything, the software.
It's a good system.
It is.
Yeah.
Very good system.
I know he also checked into seeing what he could rent, but renting was a much
Outrageous.
shorter
A lot
distance.
of places would rent only the truck with the entire unit in it. And I called 2 different places about 5 days ago, and I didn't get any calls back from anybody.
If another village would want that, would you be able to maybe do it and then just charge them for your time and labor?
Well, if any of our villages that we work for,
Yeah.
you know, they would,
Yeah,
we're gonna have
right.
to come up with a price to,
Right.
actually do the work for them.
Yep,
If Fremont Township wanted to borrow, we'd probably send a guy with them
sure, sure.
that knows how to run it, because it's
Yeah.
pretty intricate.
That's awesome.
Yeah, sounds-
And when we're doing the training, how many people are a part of the training program?
Everybody's gonna learn,
Okay.
everybody.
Attaboy.
But make sure Larry is invited.
Pardon me?
Yeah, you
Make sure
can
Larry
close.
is invited.
No.
Okay, Sarah, you're next.
All right. Hello.
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 Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So in December, our referrals actually went down. We only had 8, which was kind of nice. You know, everyone kind of took a break for the holidays. We also had a decrease in sessions too, but mainly because the kids were off. And it gave everybody a time to catch up on paperwork, do a couple trainings, that kind of stuff. So now that we're into the new year, we're kind of seeing the peak again, or kind of rise a little bit. We're having some problem gathering participants for groups. People are interested, and then when they talk to us, they want to move to more individual. So that's something we're going to kind of work on. In terms of the lending closet, we still saw kind of record numbers. 44 families came and needed medical equipment. We are still working on kind of organizing the back room. We are accepting wheelchairs and small shower benches. Those are the 2 things, the hot buttons right now. So we still need those. I did find somebody, Lucy, I did get your email. I actually already emailed that guy before you emailed me because I saw it on Nextdoor. Somebody is taking old wheelchairs that we would just be recycling, and they're fixing them up and then donating them. So every once in a while, we get rid of a wheelchair because the highway guys can't fix it. Always call them up first. Thank you for coming to get all the other scraps. But if they can't fix it, then we just end up getting rid of it.
Our name isn't on those wheelchairs?
Nope,
Okay,
nowhere.
good.
Are you on Nextdoor?
Yep,
Okay. In the Heights?
yep.
Okay.
So I called him. We're still working on getting in touch. Apparently, he said he called and left a message. So if anybody gets a message from a Tom, let me know.
Okay.
Charity Knit is still thriving. They donated this year over 6,000 items since last year, January. So that's pretty impressive. In terms of personnel, Melanie is still out, but is doing well with her baby. I'm going to work on evaluations for next week, or maybe the week after, if the community center is going to go next week. I did get our brochures in for the Lending Closet EA and Health and Wellness. They look amazing. We got them from Jumbo Postcards.
I don't have them here, they're upstairs.
You know what, I know, and I forgot them, but I have them if anyone wants to see them.
They turned out nice.
Yeah, so I gave some already to some of the police departments, so I'm going to start distributing them to more people. I want to thank B&J Bistro and Nothing Bundt Cakes because they donated some food that we brought out to the homebound seniors on Christmas Eve, and they were very grateful. And we're getting calls thanking us and thanking them and saying that they were delicious. Homebound seniors.
I was home now.
Well, you could have
Don't
gotten
look
one.
homebound.
So we didn't get too many. We did kind of spread the word out, and we still do have some boxes. If you know of any families who are able to kind of cook themselves, we do have some. If they're still there by probably mid next week, we're just going to donate them to a food pantry. We also kind of connected with the school district because the school has been off for 3 weeks, and they have been providing a lot of meals for kids. So we have kind of helped supplement those families along the way as well. We also did a kind of get-to-know-you hot chocolate event at Liberty Lakes, just to kind of meet more of their residents, tell them about, the things that we're doing. So that went well. It was just unfortunate that we went there on the same day that a toilet exploded. So that kind of cut down on the people that we saw, so we might try it again.
Nobody had a taste for hot chocolate.
Nobody did. So that was a little off.
They went there with what?
Hot
Yeah.
chocolate.
No, but what?
We also did Shop with a Cop for Lake Zurich. There was also a Hawthorne Wood officer there, and I think a Kildare officer there, and that was December 7th. That went really well, and it was really fun. We didn't have as record numbers as they normally do, but everyone's kind of still adjusting back from COVID. But that was a really nice event. It was really fun. I think I emailed everybody about Lake Zurich is having that dinner dance that everybody should have gotten in February. Did everybody get that?
Yes.
A masquerade ball.
Masquerade,
Yeah.
yeah. So that is also going on, that they wanted me to tell everybody about. And I think that's it.
Thank
It was a very, very busy month.
It was.
Even though we didn't have a lot of referrals, we had a lot of programs and a lot of events that we did, so it felt really good.
Great.
So, yeah.
Thank
I
you.
talked to the chief and I just said, "Do you sure you want to have a bunch of people showing up in masks to a fundraiser for the police department.
I said, I'd love it. You can act up and nobody knows who it is.
We'd know.
Yeah, when you saw me not walk, yeah.
Okay, Assessor, here, please. You're next.
Okay, hi, everybody.
Hello.
As of December 27th, the permit report shows 1,059 open permits that are still considered not 100% complete. For the assessment purposes, 118 of those permits are for the new buildings in our township. So, feel people have been busy
Yeah.
going out whenever they can go out. We are working on entering the new improvements that were measured and documented this past year, looking at reports to get ready for the revaluation of all parcels. We're having in-office meetings almost daily to figure out where we want to start, what we're going to erase from the program so that we can start from zero and build up from there.
Start from 0+.
Well, take off all of the 4 years of factors so that we're at the base.
Okay.
And we can start.
And what
from
is the
fresh
anticipated
numbers.
increase coming up? that the
Anticipated
county is-
increase from the county so far is a tentative township factor of 8.25. So the township is
Yeah.
going to be going up in the values because of the sales in the past 3 years.
And has there been any discussions with the county on feedback of what everybody thinks of 8.2% or?
No, there is no discussion.
Okay.
What they're saying is that if I don't do anything, they're going to do it. So I have to look at the neighborhoods, I have to look at the different types of properties and see where the big differences are.
So when you're talking about home sales, it's because everybody's bidding and paying higher than what they're asking value, so that's driving this price up?
The
This
purchase
factor
prices,
up?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Well, there's other considerations involved in that.
Oh,
not
I'm sure
just
there
the-
are, but that's part of
But,
it.
I mean, the appraisal rates and stuff, I mean, related to banks, and, I mean, it's just a variety of issues that, but it's gonna be a mess.
Well, these are based on the sales.
Yeah.
And we had a webinar today with this DOR, and they went through the sales ratio and how everything was figured. There's still tentative numbers because they still don't have the border review changes. Those have been sent, according to what I've heard, but now they have to send us a report and have us go through the sales for the 2022 and weed out the ones that were deemed as unusable in the sales ratio by us. Might be a permit, might be a fire, it might be a condition of the property improvement, but we have to go through that sales ratio list and send it back to the county. They send it back to the state. And then we will hear late March, early April, hopefully, on the final sales ratio. But tentatively, 8.25%.
Well, they have to decide before the end of March, don't they? Because they have to send us our tax levy report and accept, isn't that all tied in together? We won't get our tax levy numbers sent.
Well, the taxes are sent in May, and that's based on 22
Oh,
values.
okay.
What
The year
we're
before,
doing
I'm
is
sorry, I
going
forgot,
for the
yeah. It's always a year behind.
No.
Okay.
History.
I just want to thank Penny for all her help with the freedom of information that I had on property. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Glad I could help.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Okay, just to report, the bus that was damaged is now returned and in operation. It looks brand new, practically right. So, thanks.
I have something else I'd like to say.
Sure, and just thanks to the highway department for transporting the bus up and back. I appreciate it. Thank you.
One of my employees, Skylar Paglia Long, and his fiance are expecting their first child in March. And Sarah called and asked if I was having a diaper party for him, and I said no.
Okay.
Thank you, though. I didn't know if you
Is this the going thing for men? A diaper party?
heard of it.
Never
No,
heard of it.
me either.
The diaper party is for men.
Oh, what is
Yes.
it?
It's just, yeah, everybody brings different
Size
sizes
diaper?
of diapers. Instead
Wow.
of having a baby shower, you have a diaper party, and then everybody
Oh,
brings
wow.
It's so,
When does that start?
yeah, it's so, you know, it's not.
After I had mine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I have
So-
one for-
Get them diapers.
A diaper party.
Yeah, a bunch of my buddies just gave me boxes of diapers. That's universal, right? Like, she's gonna do diapers, so.
Well, it didn't hit
Yeah,
Lake Zurich
clothes
till
and-
now.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
okay.
They did it for retirement too.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, really. I look forward to that. Make
That's
sure
a
they're
nice-
pink with ribbons on it, that's it, okay.
It's a cute idea.
Yes, sir?
I have a question going back to Ted. In there, you said you're setting up meetings with the village's administrators, presidents, and where do we stand with that?
I've only heard back from one so far at Killdeer. I'm meeting them next week, Tuesday.
Next Tuesday? Okay.
And I'm currently the cemetery manager at this point, filling in. It's been
Are you,
very busy.
right,
Very
is there, who's going with you with that meeting, or?
Gloria?
No.
Does somebody usually go with him?
If you want.
Like in the
Just-
past, I'm just asking.
Well, usually I've had the managers come here, and then we've met here and just interviewed, or not interviewed, just talk, so. But you're going there to lunch, did you say? Lunch, right, yeah, that's right. That's good, you can join if you want.
I think it's,
Yeah, I think it'd be good.
two is more than,
Two, I
That's
agree.
a better
Right.
than one.
I agree.
They'd probably enjoy me more than you, but I'll stay home.
doesn't
Are
matter.
you
I
meeting with
just,
Hawthorne Woods?
I just
No,
think it's,
Kildare.
No, I know, but
Yeah,
are you
I
planning
sent
to
out
meet?
invites. Yeah, or requests.
Everybody's been really busy with the
Requests for
holidays, so
meetings.
they're all
Like,
just
most people are just getting their.
getting back, yeah.
Shows where I rank in their priority list.
They're going, who's this guy?
Yeah, exactly.
So Larry, are you gonna go with him to the Kildare one?
well, if that's what Gloria, just, and what they think, that's fine. I just think that we should have another member of the board there for these meetings.
Is the village president going as well?
No.
Just the
No,
administrator?
Just the administrator.
So like Gloria, if they do Long Grove, and if they do Hawthorne Woods, I'll go.
Well, I certainly hope that Hawthorne Woods and Long Grove will participate in the
Yeah.
programs, along
Just
with
keep
Lake
us
Zurich and
posted.
North Barrington.
Okay.
It's an important part of
Yeah.
It is.
our
Yeah, very
strategic
important.
alliance, and,
You have a lot from Lake Zurich, more than one.
Yeah.
especially when we're being called upon more and more and more to
That's
I
right.
would work with
assist,
them,
and,
yeah, in many ways.
in many ways.
Maybe we
Through
should send
Sarah's
Mike.
group or seniors. or-
All of them,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Okay,
Okay, we'll move
a
on.
trend.
yeah.
So, under new business, the scholarship application?
I just want to say about the scholarship application.
Sure.
Actually to thank Gloria, because last year was my first time working with you on it. And it was so seamless, like we worked together so well. The applicants were just amazing. We had a great group of people. We picked them, and it's just a great way that we give back to our community. So I thought it was great, so
And
thank
at no
you.
cost to our residents?
At no cost to our
So that's a
residents.
good thing.
That's a good one.
It is, no money out of our budget, it's a nice
Yep.
thing to give back. So we want to post this scholarship application on our website so we can start collecting. And the deadline is May 1st, as always has been in the past. So if we can have a motion to
Motion.
accept this
Second.
and put it on the website.
Second.
All right, any questions or anything? Okay, then we'll call the roll.
Okay, trustee Bowman,
Yes.
trustee UFOR-DK,
Yes.
trustee Wilhite,
Yes.
and supervisor Cromwell.
Yes. Next is, can we get a motion to approve the purchase of a Proteus Light System storm sewer televising equipment at a cost of $56,636.50?
Motion.
Any questions on that? I don't-
That's the one.
That's the thing we were just talking about, yeah. After the study, it was, as we had a little explanation in here about why we had it, because we didn't really talk about it a lot at the cow. But it is something that we have been talking about, and the money that we could save versus hiring an engineer to come out and do it. It was hundreds of thousands of dollars, so. Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Lucy,
Uh-huh.
you call the roll, please.
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Wilhite?
Yes.
Trustee U4DK?
Yes.
And Supervisor Pomblet?
Yes. And next is our 2023 Lake Zurich lacrosse field contract. They reached out and wanted to get going on this. And so attached is our agreement, same as last year. So if we can have a motion to approve, I will sign it, and then they will sign it, and, well, they'll go in front of the board for approval as well.
On the motion, I'm gonna add approve and accept the contract,
Okay?
if it's all right.
I have a question have they cleaned up the fields of the stuff that's out there and
Yes.
painted and?
They didn't paint, it's too cold. They did clean up I sent it, they're in a transition period where they went from a
Yeah, in transition, okay.
new leader to another new leader, and I don't remember the first guy's name at the moment. I think I don't know, I don't wanna say because I don't remember. But I did email him in October, at the end of their season, asking him to clean it up. The porta potties were still there, and that the boxes had to be painted, and I didn't hear any word while I finds out that he's
And the
not.
nets are still,
They're not anymore,
they're all behind the
yes, the fence.
the toilet, yeah.
The fenced area. So once we knew it was all done, and the highway department know, so that they could go out and put the barriers up, because they put barriers up during the snow season to enter the parking lot. So the only thing that they know has to get done is still the painting of the boxes.
And the nets, that was never taken care of.
The nets were down since you've been out there, and they are put away in that fenced-in area. Yes.
I'll have to go back tomorrow. Good.
Good. I need a motion.
Wait, Lori's got a question.
Okay.
Is, just bringing up these, is there ever, like, do you do a holding deposit, like if they don't get their stuff away, you keep an extra, $500?
We do have that with the football
Right.
flames, because they have keys to the concession stand, and we want to make sure that's all cleaned out and everything, but we have not had one with a cross. It hasn't been an issue till this year.
Okay.
So I guess we could consider that, but
But you got a new leader, so it might be a new,
a whole new board, I don't know.
Yeah.
This girl that I've never talked to, because the other lady's no longer involved either, so it's.
Yeah, you just might want to mention that if it
Yeah.
happens again, we're going to require a deposit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Just to make sure that
Yep.
stuff gets done.
That they say that they're gonna do, right? That's right.
or take their nets.
Okay, a motion and a second, right?
No.
No, we haven't had a
Oh,
motion.
we
I'm
need a
waiting.
motion
I need a
and a
motion.
second. Okay, that's what I meant,
Motion.
sorry.
Second.
Okay. Then Lucy, will you call the roll?
Okay. Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Wilhite?
Yes.
Trustee U4DK?
Yes.
And Supervisor Pomblet?
Okay, next, I would like to have a motion to adjourn to executive session.
No, I would like a motion to go into executive session. Okay.
Motion.
Second.
Okay,
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee Wilhite?
Yes.
Trustee U4DK? And Supervisor Pomblet?
yes.
And time.
I have
7:38.
Out of executive and into open session, correct? Luce?
First, you gotta do one, and then you can do the other.
We
Okay.
went in, now we're gonna do.
So we have a second to come out of
We're gonna
executive.
come out.
We're gonna all vote yes.
No, I need a
Okay.
one and a two.
Larry, stop.
One and a
Whatever your
two.
name is.
Okay.
A motion.
Larry.
Second.
Was tossing.
Second.
Yeah. I said
Okay.
that, yeah. Okay.
Trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee U4DK?
yes.
Wilhite?
Yes.
And Supervisor?
Yes.
Okay. Now, believe it or not, we are gonna adjourn because we have nothing to vote
I
on.
make a motion to adjourn.
Second it.
We don't have to go a vote to open session again?
We're
Just
not,
to come out.
we came out.
Just to
and
adjourn?
Just to adjourn, yeah.
Okay, fine. I get so confused on that
Who
one.
they get,
Why?
yeah.
Every time. Okay, so a motion to adjourn. There's a second on that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I did.
And
All-
roll?
Roll, trustee Bowman?
Yes.
Trustee U4DK?
Yes.
Trustee Wilhite? And Supervisor Pomblet?
No.
And
You're a little scary. Yeah.
yeah, and you're,